here is National Security Council spokesperson Kirby speaking at obviously in the White House press room. And I know the guy asking the question is a little hard to hear, but do your best and just watch Kirby's confused eyes, baffled at such a question.
Japan holds $1.2 trillion, the largest U.S.
I'm seeing if it goes any louder. I mean, I will tell you, just in case you can't hear it really enough at all, the guy is asking him, are you concerned about all these nations that are moving outside the dollar? To sum up his question.
Japan holds $1.2 trillion, the largest U.S. debt, and a growing number of countries seem to be moving away from the use of the dollar. Is there an understanding of this, of a concern for that? The world reserve currency is really a big part of why the U.S. is able to exert its leadership. Is there understanding of the fact that countries are beginning to turn away from the use of the dollar and some way to resolve that?
Well, I have to let Japan speak to their economic policy. The
number of countries that are beginning to denominate in dollars away from the U.S. dollar.
I'm going to have to take your question, sir. I don't have a good answer for you.
Yes, Japan holds $1.2 trillion.
So I don't know whether you could hear that at all, but even if you couldn't hear it, just look at the look on his face. This is the look of a U.S. government spokesperson when asked whether you're concerned that so many nations are going outside the dollar. And of course, if you have a lot of nations going outside the petrodollar, then there is no petro, like the dollar collapses greatly, bigly, as Trump would say. It collapses bigly. And they have no response. They have no answer. They just have him with his eyes. What? I've never heard of such a thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw those exact eyes on a Scooby-Doo episode once when a ghost came out of a closet and he was like, "Bleh." That is, this is the brightest minds in America, right? That's what our government officials are, the brightest fucking minds in America. And when they're asked, are you concerned that one of America's largest tools for strangling and destroying other nations and maintaining U.S. empire is wisping away like so many dandelion spores? He goes, I don't know what you're talking about. What? And let me also just say this. If you, let's say you support U.S. empire, you want the U.S. to rule the world, and you are not a moron, so you understand that the dollar being the reserve currency, being one of the most powerful aspects of it, is very important. And let's say you're really pro-America. You're like, yes, America rocks. I love America, man. I lost my virginity at an America concert. Like, you're just like, yeah, America. Even if you were like that, wouldn't you want your government officials to actually have heard of the petrodollar? To actually have an informed and interesting answer to how they're going to fight so many countries standing up and going outside the petrodollar. So I'm saying, even if you were a all-American right-winger, this response right here, those eyes should still frustrate you, should still piss you off. But again, this is what can't be said. He's making that look not just because they can't address the reality, which is in behind closed doors, they're having meeting after meeting of how to crack down on countries going outside the petrodollar, how to nail them with economic sanctions, which is tougher and tougher if they're not in the dollar system, how to squeeze them and crush them, what to do about China because China's beginning to go outside the dollar. They're having endless meetings. His job is not just to deny that is happening, but his job is also to act like we don't even know that's what issue you're talking about. What? Now, Biden may legitimately have that response because he's not cogent and he's been running out of his vitamins. So.